if you saw the title to this video and clicked on this video, you are probably getting pitched this North American Builder Plus IUL 4, which is a rendition of the Builder Plus IUL 3 that came out a few years ago. And so this video is going to be shorter than our last product review on their Builder Plus 3. It is going to be what has changed about this product. So as I have the illustration pulled up, there are three things I want to just really quickly go through that hasn't changed about this new product. One is the presentation. You can see it almost looks the exact same as the last product. Two is the company. The carrier is still financially stable, still A-rated, still a great company to work with in general. And then three, the third thing that hasn't changed is their fee structure, which is still great. I would say it's one of the best fee structures if we're talking about IULs in the industry. So if you haven't watched the product review on the Builder Plus IUL 3, I would say that you should go watch that because we're touching on a few of the points in that video. And one of the first things is this IUL's indexing option. So the short and sweet version is their index options have actually improved from our last review. And the few things that have improved are, one, there are more options than just the Fidelity multi-factor index that would be kind of attractive for us to use, including their traditional S&P point-to-point. This is no longer under a 10% cap. It's a 10.5% cap. If we're looking at industry average, that's around the middle of the pack, which isn't horrible. It's not worst case. 10.5% as a cap for the S&P, not horrible. It's certainly not the best, but average, I would say, is around 10 to 11.5%, and that's right in there. They also, another big thing that we knocked the North American IUL Builder Plus 3 on was their non-guaranteed bonuses on almost all of the indexes that provided it, specifically the Fidelity. And the Fidelity still does have some non-guaranteed bonuses. They are offering you a 1% bonus years 1 through 10 if you use the index, but they have added a page, which I will applaud them for transparency. They've added kind of a minimum or guaranteed bonus section, and you can see the Fidelity, every single index, including the Fidelity, is only 50 basis points of bonus that's guaranteed. They are showing and reflecting right now, it's 1% and 1.5% respectively. So is it a good option? Yes. Are the bonuses fully guaranteed contractually? No, they're not. So I would say it has gotten a little bit better because that spread, the difference between what they're saying it is now and the guarantee, that spread is a little bit smaller now. So to sum up, I think there is an improvement here with the index choices, the index caps, and the bonus material. In the last product, the Fidelity bonus was guaranteed at the same 0.5%, but it was showing a current 2.65% bonus. And I think we talked about that in length on the last video. This is a smaller delta, which I think makes more sense to show on the illustration, although we still cannot count on that. The carrier has the lever to pull. They have the lever to pull it down to 0.5% bonus. But otherwise, I think this is an improvement on the index side. So now we get to the loan provisions on this product. And while these loan provisions really haven't changed from the last product, I think it's absolutely worth going through again because you are getting overpromised on the illustration in order to win the illustration war, in order to get the biggest number on paper. But once you look into the contract, this is not as attractive of loan provisions as you may think. So let's look at it. The variable loan provision that you are looking at, I think, is one of the best loan provisions in the industry if we're talking about only variable loan provisions. So the variable loan provision essentially is capped at 6%. You will never have a loan if you use the variable loan over 6%. And essentially, when we're comparing that to 8%, that's a pretty good loan provision. But ideally, we're wanting a contractually guaranteed loan provision, meaning it does not change. When interest environments go up and down, it stays the same. You know at which the rate you are going to borrow when you take income, when you take loans down the road. Now, their other loan provision is called a fixed participating loan provision. And I think that's tongue-in-cheek because the fixed portion really is not fixed at all. So let's look at the language here. So we are going down to the fixed loan provision, and we can see here, if we just read it straight off, the initial fixed rate is 5.7%. So when we pause just right there, If it says initial rate, what does that tell you? It tells you that it's going to move. It is going to move. It is not fixed. It's not guaranteed. And it's not guaranteed to stay at 5.7%. In fact, it's guaranteed to go up to 8%. So this is another variable loan provision. This is a variable loan provision. They have two variable loan provisions and one wash loan. And then the other poor, unfortunate part about this loan is they are also promising an extra bonus that is not guaranteed. Only 25% of what the paper on the illustration software is going to show you, only 25% of the bonus is going to count. So when you use this variable loan provision, they call it a fix, but it's variable. When you use it, you get a 2% bonus. However, the carrier at any point at their discretion can reduce that to 25% of the stated bonus. 25% of the stated bonus. And so what that means is you are getting shown an income or a loan that may be way higher than what it is and what it's going to be 20, 50, 70 years down the road when you're taking income. And so I would agree with Matt. This illustration and this product is perhaps only being used to win what we call the illustration game or the illustration war. Agents will use whatever carrier is on paper giving you the highest number. But if you're in the process of shopping for and getting an IUL, you shouldn't as much care what the paper says on the illustration. You should care what it actually does. And in order for us to do that and give you the best bang for the buck, we're going to have to limit the contractual non-guarantees on the policy. Another way to say that is we got to take away as many levers as possible that the carrier can use down the road when you're 20, 40, 60 years into the policy, that they can change the contract on you. That is changing the game on you, and we want to eliminate that as much as possible. And so what you need to do is book a discovery call with our team. If you are in the process of searching for an index universal life policy and you're wanting to learn how it works, if you're wanting to potentially use it for tax-free income down the road, we're excited to chat with you and we want to chat with you. So use the link down below to book a call with our team. It's a 15 to 30 minute discovery call. I'm excited to chat with you when the time comes. In the meantime, be on the lookout for more product reviews. If you have a product in mind that we have not reviewed, feel free to put it in the comments section. Take care.